Hey coaches, this is Coach Simpson again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to be walking through some more of the 30, 60, 90-day plan. If you'd like to get this plan or the format that I've used, it is on fbcoachsimpson.com. I think it's only a couple dollars, or you can email me if you've got further questions, fbcoachsimpson@gmail.com. 30, 60, 90-day plan, for those who didn't watch the first couple days this week, basically refers to what do you do on the job as soon as you get it in the first month, 2 months, and 3 months. For me, I'm having to kind of speed that all up because I took a job in late June, and so we obviously have a season coming up in August, so I didn't get the full 90, so I've got to condense this down. But inside of that plan, on Monday I talked about coaches, how to evaluate, how to bring in new guys, what you need to do in that area. Tuesday we talked about players. Those are probably the two most important things because you're going to be working with them daily. But probably the most important thing, I left it for Wednesday here, is administration, because those are the people that are going to be making big decisions for you, and you want to make sure that you have a good relationship with them. I left it down here because more than likely, if you're like me, you did some research before you accepted a job, because the administrators are really the people that you need to make sure that you guys have the same goal in mind. And so hopefully if you're watching this and you haven't taken a job, you recognize this is the most important one of the rest of them, because these are the people that are going to make a lot of decisions and lay the vision. You need to be in the same vision that they are. So when I left one job for another, I felt very comfortable with these people. However, in the first 30 days on a job, generally, you need to be able to go to them with, okay, now I've assessed the situation. Here are some things we're deficiting in and we need to improve in. So the first week or so I was on the job, went through all the inventory, kind of went through the facilities, went through other needs that we had by talking with the coaches, and came up with a list of here's what I think we need this year, here's what we need down the road, here are some facility or future needs we have. And so you want to come up with, take to your administration the first couple weeks, your list of needs. Okay, and inside of this list of needs obviously will be things you have to have, like maybe short helmets or short jerseys or short whatever. You got to have those, but you also want to include some of the things that you feel the program needs to be successful that you might be able to get by with maybe without a year, but you need them pretty quickly. Maybe that's technology needs like iPads or computers for your coaching office, or projectors for film. It could be weight room type deal. You know, one of the first things I did was I went in the weight room. I want to make that a priority for us. Came up with a list of needs on that. Then looked at game field. How is that? Practice facility. Are there needs in those? What are some things that you think you need to have? You want to be about as comprehensive as you can in this list, and then go to your administration and explain, hey, these are the things that I think we need. So that's that first 30 days, you need to make sure you're doing these type of things. You also need to figure out, how do you sign a purchase order? You know, how does this work? Where do I get approved to do this? You know, we'll be doing our first fundraiser here at Cersei in the next probably couple weeks. Who do I go to get approval for that? How do I take up money and put money into the school? How do I spend the money in this account? And so all of those things that no one told you about when you became a coach, that you have to be part accountant, you need to figure that stuff out. And so you need to make sure that you're very organized on what you're doing. Most administrators are going to be very willing to work with you as long as you're organized up front and they don't get a surprise bill. And so a lot of times you can deal with a lot of issues you may have on the front end. Here's what we need, here's what I'm going to do to get the money, here's how we're going to spend the money, and then pass it on. And more than likely, if that's the way you operate, you're going to get told yes a lot more than you're going to get told no. It doesn't mean you're always going to get a yes, but your odds are much higher. So that's what you want to do in that first 30 and 60 days. Also talking about players, you know, players that maybe are in the halls that are not playing. Okay, why are they not playing? And that can be done some of your coaches and players, but also your administration. You know, players that maybe have some grade issues, or maybe had some discipline issues in the past. Try to get ahead of that stuff on the front end of, what do I need to know about how our kids are acting in class? You know, what are some things I can do to help in that area. And so reaching out and letting them, you go to them first instead of them come to you, usually goes a long way at a new school. And it is important. Make sure that your administrators know that you're not just there to win football games, but you are there, to help these young men get through high school and have a chance to achieve whatever goals they may have after they're done. So that's inside of that 30, 60, 90-day plan. And if you would like more information on that, you can go to my website, fbcoachsimpson.com, and I've got just a general format that you can take and tweak and use however you want to. If you get more questions, you can reach out to me, fbcoachsimpson@gmail.com, or find me on Twitter, the same Twitter handle, and I'm also on Facebook. You can find me on a lot of those football groups. If you don't mind, if you wouldn't mind liking this video, or if you haven't already done so, subscribing to my channel, I'd appreciate it. As I've got a new job coming, I won't be able to be as often with these videos, but I'm going to try to keep this channel up as much as I can, just to offer materials for you guys at no cost. Appreciate your time.